Example 3 reads, a kennel charges $15 per day to board dogs. Upon arrival, each dog must have a flea bath that costs $12. Write a function rule that represents the total cost for D days of boarding, including the bath. So we can see that it's going to be our dependent variable is going to be C, and it's going to depend on the number of days. So we're going to call it C of D. So this represents the cost. This whole phrase represents the cost. And that's going to be equal to, well, they have to have a fixed cost of $12 for that bath, and then plus $15 a day, so plus 15D. And that would be my function rule. How much would a 10-day stay in the kennel cost? Well, if that's the case, then we'd say that D was equal to 10, and we could express that with our function rule this way, C of 10. And again, remember that's not multiplication, it's C of 10. It's a single variable representing the cost that it's going to be if they were in the kennel for 10 days, is equal to 12 plus 15, and in place of the D, I'm going to put in 10. So 15 times 10. Now here, this does mean times. So this is going to be 12 plus 150, and that's going to be equal to 162, and that's the cost. So it's going to be $162 for that 10-day stay. For example 4, we're again going to write a function rule. A rectangle has a length that is 3 times its width. Write a function rule that represents the area A of the rectangle with a width of W. Then answer, what is the area of the rectangle if its width is 5 centimeters? So let's do a little thinking first. First, it says that we have our width. So we'll let our width be represented by W, because that's what does it say that? Yeah, here's width is W. And then our length is equal to 3 times the width, so it's going to be 3W. And we know that area is equal to the length times the width. So to express that with our function rule, area then would be the dependent variable, so it's going to be area. We want to express it in terms of width, so it's going to be A of W is equal to length times width, so that's going to be W times 3W, width times length, which is going to simplify to 3W to the second power. So A of W is equal to 3W squared. Secondly, we want to figure out what the area is of a width of 5 centimeters. So I want my width to be 5, so I'm going to say the width is equal to 5. So I'm going to have A of 5. That tells me I'm going to substitute 5 in for the W. So it's going to be 3 times W, which is going to be 5 squared. So again, I'm putting a 5 in for the W. That's going to be 3 times 25, which is 75. So A of 5 is equal to 75. So this tells me that when the width is equal to 5 centimeters, the area is going to be equal to 75 centimeters squared.